Bud Ray Productions presents The Adventures of the Raven. One man's battle against crime and injustice in the guise of an ominous bird. When you hear the raven's call, another criminal will fall.
Today's episode will start in just a moment. But first, I'd like to talk to you about life insurance. 8 out of 10 families in this country are underinsured, and one unexpected death can destroy an entire household. Since 1980, the cost of dying has skyrocketed and hurtled many unsuspecting families into bankruptcy overnight. Don't let this happen to you. Invest in Phoenix Life Insurance today and rise from the ashes of premature fate tomorrow. Phoenix has dozens of policies suited to individual needs despite income, credit score, or health history. Don't let your loved ones get left holding the bag when you die unexpectedly. Call Phoenix Life today to guarantee a secure tomorrow. The Raven, Petrie Swertelli, is the wealthy son of a murdered Chicago crime boss. Having learned from his father's mistakes, Petrie uses his criminal inheritance to fight for justice and the good of all mankind. In the disguise of a giant raven, Petrie employs his cunning and prowess to defeat master criminals that normal law enforcement can never reach. The Raven's true identity is known only to his loyal secretary and friend, Maxine Rode. Today's story, The Wet Glove.
That's right. Open sesame. And the jewels are mine. Now I leave my calling card and close up the safe. The wet glove has struck again.
Police desk?
Help! Help! My jewels have been stolen out of my safe, and they're worth a fortune!
Hello, police department? I need help, quick! My diamond watch has just been stolen, right out from under my nose!
Hello? FBI Special Agent Johnson Stanwyck speaking. What? Another jewelry theft? They're happening so fast we can't keep up. And there's only one clue in every case. A wet rubber glove is left behind as a calling card.
More tea, Maxine?
No, thank you, Petrie. I'm sure I'll be having tea or coffee later at the Rotary Club luncheon.
As you wish.
So, what have you concluded so far about these jewel thefts that are plaguing the city?
Just this. In every one of those cases, highly valuable jewels were stolen from secure homes of wealthy people. There were no signs of forced entry, and all security systems were disabled without tampering. The jewels were located with little to no searching. In their stead was placed a rather bizarre calling card.
A glove?
Not just any glove, Maxine. A wet rubber glove, a pink one to be precise.
How do you intend to proceed, Petrie?
First, I'm going to look into who manufactures these pink rubber gloves, and perhaps narrow down who is purchasing large shipments of them.
Don't you think the police have tried that angle?
Perhaps, but I'm going to try it again. I also have an appointment to meet Special Agent Johnson Stanwyck this afternoon at his FBI office. Perhaps he's aware of some new developments.
All right, Petrie. I'll meet up with you this evening.
Sounds good, Maxine. Meet me for dinner at the Club Monte Carlo.
What time?
Shall we say 8?
Sounds good.
Petrie Swertelli, old friend. Come in and sit down.
Good to see you again, Stanwyck.
Likewise. What are you up to now in your private investigations?
I've been looking into this wet glove matter.
That fake bastard. Did you know he leaves a wet pink glove behind every time he steals something?
So I've heard.
What do you suppose it means?
You're the special agent. profile him or her.
Degenerate. That's my profile.
But a very smart one nonetheless. The stolen jewels are worth a fortune.
That's why the FBI is involved. We fear international fencing of these jewels. They are too valuable and too obvious to fence locally. This wet glove must be part of a major crime ring. You see this stack of files on my desk?
Yes.
There's 10 of them now. These are all the victims of the jewel thefts. I've been going over and over each one, racking my brain for a clue. And incidentally, I've been drinking too much coffee. I need to use the toilet down the hall. Do you mind watching my office for a few minutes?
Not at all.
Thanks, buddy. I'll be right back.
Well, old friend, I think I'll have a look at these files in your absence. Maybe I can find a clue that you missed.
We will right this way, Miss Rhodes.
Thank you, waiter.
Maxine, glad you could make it.
Thanks, Petrie.
Shall I bring you anything to drink before you order?
A bottle of champagne. You know what you want to eat, Maxine, or would you rather look at the menu?
No, I'm ready now. I will have the New York strip with Brussels sprouts and horseradish mashed potatoes.
And I'll have the red curried couscous with duck breast and asparagus.
Very good. I'll be back shortly with your champagne.
How was your Rotary Club luncheon, Maxine?
Yeah, just delightful. Now, what did you find out about the wet glove?
Well, the rubber glove angle turned up nothing, as you suspected. That particular brand of rubber glove is quite popular and used everywhere in a variety of industries. However, I had a chance to go through Stanwyck's files when he wasn't looking and noted that 7 out of 10 victims of jewel thefts went to the same therapist.
Well, that's not so unusual, Petrie. Most rich people have personal therapists to deal with their anxiety issues. Why, it's all part of being rich.
But I'm rich and I don't see a therapist.
Well, you're the exception to the rule, Petrie.
But 7 out of 10 going to the same therapist? You don't find that odd?
Perhaps he's very good at what he does.
Or perhaps the spouses of the other 3 victims see the same therapist, and that therapist is in fact a wet glove.
No. Well, what do you propose to do next?
Maybe your old friend Petrie Squirtelli here needs to see a therapist after all, Maxine. I've been feeling a bit anxious lately.
Come in. Oh, it's you, Wesley. Come have a seat at my desk here. What do you have to tell me?
Well, the last transaction went off without a hitch. The Dingo Triad fenced all the jewels for us, and now the goods are on their way to Singapore.
Excellent. And the money, Wesley?
Secure in our safe deposit boxes, Dr. Campaign. This has been a profitable venture.
Just one more heist, Wesley, and I'll be satisfied.
Do you think that's wise, Doc? The feds are bound to catch on sooner or later.
I hate even numbers, Wesley. From childhood, I've hated everything that worked out evenly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Bah! Give me one more. Make it odd. Make it 11.
But the risk!
There is no risk. I am a genius. I am the wet glove. I shall never be caught. Not I, who knows the ancient secrets of hypnotism and how to use them to gain great wealth. These sniveling fools, Wesley, come to my office seeking solace from their petty personal problems, and I rape their minds, steal their secrets and their jewels right out from under their noses. No, Wesley, we're not done quite yet. There must be an 11th crime to quench my greed. The wet glove must strike one last time.
But who's left to rob? You used up all of your prime clients.
I have an intuition that a new victim will walk through my office door very soon.
Before the Raven's adventure reaches a thrilling climax, I'd like to talk to you once more about life insurance. Ladies, if your husband dies tomorrow, will you have enough money to cover the funeral expenses? A modest funeral today costs up to $10,000, and that doesn't always include the burial expenses.
Caw, caw, caw! Heed the raven. Don't be smothered by the high cost of dying. Call Phoenix Life Insurance today and rise from the ashes of death with security.
Follow the Raven's advice, listeners, and call Phoenix Life for a free quote right away. They have dozens of policies to suit your individual needs. When death knocks at your door, don't be left out in the cold. Secure your family's future with an insurance policy from Phoenix Life. Call them at 1-800-PHOENIX or visit them online at phoenixlife.com. You'll never live to regret it.
Come in.
Hello, Dr. Campaign.
Yes, I am Dr. Campaign. Come in and sit down here at my desk. You must be Petrie Swartelli?
Yes.
How can I help you?
Well, Doctor, I'm terribly anxious, and I don't know how to relieve myself.
And what are you so anxious about?
It's all those jewel robberies. You see, I have an extensive diamond collection, large, raw, uncut diamonds that would be impossible to trace. Ever since those jewel robberies started occurring, my anxiety keeps mounting. And now I feel as if I'm on the verge of losing my mind.
There, poor fellow. It can't be as bad as all of that. Don't you keep your jewels in a safe deposit box at the bank?
I don't trust banks. I keep the diamonds in my own personal safe at my estate.
Well, don't you have a security system?
Yes, of course, but that didn't stop the jewel thief from robbing the other victims. I'm so apprehensive. I don't know what to do. I feel like just fencing the diamonds and getting an unfair market price just to be rid of them.
That's ridiculous, Mr. Swartelli. I can help calm your nerves.
You can? How?
With my oscillating light therapy device. By the way, Mr. Swartelli, why did you choose me as your therapist?
Well, because of your reputation, of course.
You flatter me.
Everyone in town knows that you are the best, Dr. Campaign.
So they do say I'm the best.
Doctor, the light therapy?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me set up this device on my desk in front of you. Ah, there you see. Two lights oscillating on this black metal panel. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Yes, back and forth.
Focus your attention on those lights. Look at nothing else. Think of nothing else except the sound of my voice.
Yes, the sound of your voice.
The lights are fascinating, aren't they? They bounce back and forth in such uniform rhythm.
Yes.
You can't take your eyes off those lights, can you?
No.
You're becoming sleepy, aren't you? Your eyes are growing heavy.
Yes. Very sleepy.
Close your eyes, Mr. Swartelli. Now you are asleep.
Yes. I'm asleep.
For your money's worth, the anxiety you harbored has ended. I demand it to be gone. For my money's worth, I want the combination to the safe where your diamonds are kept.
14, 24, 38.
And where is the safe located in your home?
Come through the front door. Walk down the main hall. And take the second door to the left. That's my library. There's a portrait of Edgar Allan Poe hanging on the center wall. The safe is in the wall behind it.
Do you have servants?
Yes, a butler and a maid. They go home at 7 o'clock.
Excellent. I want you in bed by 9 o'clock. And don't get out of bed until morning. Before you retire, I want you to disable your security system and unlock your front door. Do you understand?
Yes. Disable the alarm, leave the door unlocked, go to bed at 9.
Perfect. Now what is your address?
1625 Sable Court.
You have been most cooperative, Mr. Swartelli. Now I shall wake you up. When I do, you will remember nothing of this conversation, but you will carry out my orders nonetheless.
Yes, I will carry out your orders.
I will snap my fingers now, and you will awaken, relieved from your anxiety and pleased with my work. So, how do you feel now after the light therapy, Mr. Swartelli?
I feel great. That was absolutely marvelous. My anxiety is gone. Doctor, you are a miracle worker. I can see why they call you the best.
Think nothing of it, my friend. Come back again if your symptoms worsen.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing at all, Mr. Swartelli. The first visit is always free.
I sure like taking these back alleys around town. Can't be connected with anything illicit walking through alleys. Can't be recognized by anybody. It's the best way for a crook to stay out of police lineup. Just keep traveling by alley.
Caw, caw, caw! Wesley Stevens.
Who said that? Hey, you! Come out from behind the garbage dumpster. Holy buckets! It's a giant black bird!
I am the Raven, Wesley Stevens.
The Raven? I've heard of you. What do you want with me?
You've been up to no good, Wesley, trafficking in stolen jewels.
You know. Come on, Raven. You gotta give me a break. I'll do anything you want.
Stop fencing any more stolen gems. Get out of the racket right now.
That's it? Just stop what I've been doing and you'll give me a break.
That's right, Wesley. This is your last chance. Caw, caw, caw!
Come in.
Doc! Something terrible has happened. We gotta get out of town quick.
What are you talking about?
The Raven. The Raven just cornered me in an alley outside.
You fool! How did the Raven catch on to you?
I don't know. I've been real careful.
What did he say?
He said stop fencing stolen jewels.
That's it?
That's it.
Did he mention my name?
Nope.
You little dummy, he's only fishing. The Raven doesn't have any proof. He used a scare tactic on you, and you played into his talons.
I don't care what you say. I'm grabbing my part of the cash and I'm getting out of town today.
You'll do no such thing, Wesley. We're in this together, and we'll finish it together. One last heist. It's all set for tonight. Raw diamonds. Untraceable on the open market. We'll make a fortune.
Count me out.
Wait. Do you see what I have in my hand, Wesley?
A gun. Where did you get that pistol?
I keep it in my desk for emergencies such as this.
You wouldn't dare shoot me. I'm leaving and I'm taking my part of the cash.
Wait. Don't go out that door.
You can't stop me.
Yes, I can stop you, Wesley. I can stop you forever.
Oh! I should have listened to the Raven. Oh!
So then what happened, Petrie?
Dr. Campaign attempted to hypnotize me with an oscillating light device.
Hypnotize?
Yes, apparently that's how his scheme works. He hypnotizes his victims into giving security information on how to steal their jewels. Then, the victims go about their business none the wiser.
Why couldn't he hypnotize you?
Because I wasn't foolish enough to focus my gaze on his oscillation device. However, I did give the good doctor all the information necessary to rob me tonight.
But why?
because the Raven will be there waiting for him when he arrives. I've already tipped off Stanwyck to do a stakeout on Campaign's office.
How can I help?
At exactly 9 o'clock tonight, I want you to call 911 using our caller ID scrambler and tell them a robbery is in progress at my address. Then call Agent Stanwyck on his cell phone and give him the same information. If all goes as planned, the wet glove will be brought to justice tonight.
"14 to the left, 24 to the right, and 38 to the left again. All even numbers. I hate even numbers. At least the summation of the turns ends in an odd number. Now I open the safe. And now for my prize. Wait. What is this? Where are the diamonds? There's nothing in this safe but a handful of black feathers.
Caw, caw, caw!
Who turned on that light?
I did, Wet Glove. Or should I say, Dr. Campaign?
The Raven? So, you know who I am. Wesley was right. But I'll deal with you once and for all.
And you will also deal with the police.
You called the police?
Yes, and the FBI, too.
They'll never take me. They'll never take me alive, I tell you.
There's nowhere to run. The house is surrounded. I guess the odds failed you this time, Wet Glove. Your 11th crime turned out to be unlucky. Your escapades in the criminal world shall continue nevermore. Caw, caw, caw!
Wait! Where'd you go, Raven? Don't leave me here alone!
Put up your hands, you pink-gloved freak, or I'll shoot you where you stand.
No! Don't shoot! I surrender! I surrender!
Cuff him, boys, you worthless swine. You're charged with burglary, jewel theft, and murder. You ought to get 101 years for all of this.
What's going on here?
You're in your bedclothes, Petrie. Have you been sleeping this whole time? The Wet Glove was robbing your house. Good thing the FBI got there in time.
Thank goodness for the FBI. I don't know what I would have done without you. So, Maxine, Dr. Campaign was a megalomaniac whose greed caused his own undoing.
But I don't understand the significance of the wet rubber glove.
The mind of a criminal genius cannot be measured by ordinary standards. I'm afraid his fetish with rubber gloves must remain a mystery, even if the doctor ended up all wet in the end.
Before today's episode of The Raven draws to a close, Phoenix Life's CEO, Michael Hasselstrom, would like to say a few words about protecting your family's future. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hasselstrom.
Thank you, Avery Peabody. And a special thanks to Bud Ray for allowing us to sponsor this broadcast. I'd like to talk to you briefly about the high cost of dying and how to prepare yourselves when the Grim Reaper comes knocking at your door. Death, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact of life. And no matter how important you think you are, eventually death will come calling and someone will have to pay for your disposal. Don't leave that burden on your loved ones. Don't ruin your entire family because you were too cheap to buy life insurance. Phoenix Life has a variety of plans to suit the needs of any income bracket. No one should go without. Visit our website at phoenixlife.com today and sign up to receive our preparation for death package free of cost. In it, you will find all the tools and information necessary to set your affairs in order if you should die unexpectedly. Then you can compare costs of over a dozen life insurance policies designed to suit your specific needs. Whether you're in the elite 1% or you're a Skid Row bum, we have a life insurance policy designed for you. So don't delay. Visit us online or call Phoenix Life today at 1-800-PHOENIX. You'll never live to regret it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hasselstrom. This is Avery Peabody, your announcer, asking you to join us again next week for another thrilling adventure of the Raven. And be sure to buy Phoenix Life Insurance for the security of your whole family. You have been listening to a dramatized version of The Raven, created by Robert Petoletti. All the characters named and all the events are fictitious, including the advertisements. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
Caw, caw, caw! When you hear the raven's call, another criminal will fall. Join us again next week for the adventures of the Raven. This has been a Bud Ray production, copyright March 2016. Tonight's story featured Bud Ray, Grace Scale, Corey Davis, Nick Petoletti, Marcus Antonius, and Blake Johnston.